All right, guys, I'm here with my iced coffee. I'm chill. I'm ready to go. I had to take a drink right there. Ready to do an askxilentflex video once again, and you guys seem to like the way I did it last time, where I kind of did my first response. I hadn't looked at the emails before, and people seem to enjoy that. So I'm going to do that again, and I'm going to get started right now. It's right now. So I'm clicking on this first email. Okay, it says, "Hey dude, hope you can help with this. 6 months ago, I met this girl in my French class. She was the only girl that talked to me," and he says, in parentheses, "in a non-scholarly way, and she was always trying to make me smile. One day, I realized that she liked me, but I didn't want to get in a relationship, even knowing that I liked her too. Quotations, I was afraid of getting hurt. I don't like to open myself." I don't blame you. It's opening yourself to that whole... It's a commitment, you know. You got to be vulnerable to be happy, and if you're not willing to be vulnerable, then I can basically understand your reasoning. When you're ready, you're ready. Anyways, I tried to pull away, but every time I tried, I got hurt. 2 months ago, someone told me that she was over me, and now she doesn't text me with the frequency she used to. It sucks because every time she texted me, my day got way better. Now I miss her more than ever. I'm always thinking about her, and I can't sleep because of that. I still have a crush on her, but I don't know what to do. Should I tell her what I feel, even knowing that she's over me? To sum up, she liked me and made me feel awesome. I liked her too, but I didn't want to get in a relationship. Now she's over me, but still has a crush. But I still have a crush on her, and I don't know what to do. P.S. Your videos are awesome. Greetings from Colombia, dude. If you are from Colombia, that is so awesome. My mom is 100% Colombian. She actually immigrated here when she was a kid. So I am literally half Colombian. So, dude, all the way. That's so cool. Anyways, here is my short response to your question. So it sounds to me like this is essentially you can now have what you couldn't have. So, and I'm not trying to make you feel bad at all. It's like the best way I can think about it is, you know, a lot of times girls will not show interest in a guy because he's showing interest in her, and the second that he starts showing disinterest, the girl wants attention from that guy because she can now have what she no longer had, or she's now having access to something that she can't have. I hope that makes sense. The whole notion of you can no longer have this is attractive in itself, and whether you mentally realize that or not, sometimes it's a subconscious thing that occurs. So, you know, you had a crush on this girl in the first place. So the fact that you knew that she had a crush on you, you knew that she was interested in you, and then she kind of moved on now, I think that you're missing that sort of satisfaction you got out of knowing, like, this girl's interested in me, she's cute, I like her too. And although you weren't ready to commit to a relationship, you probably did enjoy that, and you know, reading your email, it's evident that you did enjoy that. So here is my advice. If you are in a state where you're unhappy because she no longer likes you, and she can't not like you anymore, she still likes you. Is she interested in you in terms of, like, I want to date him now? I don't know, but she has some sort of attraction for you, and that never is going to just leave so quickly, especially at a younger age, in my opinion. So if she had a spark there for you, the spark can still be there as long as she's not interested or involved with somebody else. So you need to ask yourself one simple question. If you're ready to get into a relationship or actually be committed with somebody, then you should share your interest with her. Be upfront, be honest. If she likes you, she's going to be excited to hear that you actually have interest in her. And it's okay to be honest and say, you know, I really, really like you, but I was afraid to be vulnerable, and, you know, I've spent some time thinking about that, and I've decided that I want to kind of open myself up to you and see what can be. And, you know, I hope that by showing my vulnerability, you'll be able to see what I'm opening myself up to you. You know, how I'm essentially putting myself out there for you. And again, I said that in kind of my last askxilentflex video. If you do that to a girl and she realizes that you're essentially opening yourself up to her and being vulnerable, she's going to be super ecstatic. It's going to make her feel great. I mean, it's great when you find out that somebody you likes you. That feeling inside of you is awesome, right? She will feel nothing less. So far as you guys have maintained a generally good relationship in terms of friendship. So here's what I would do. If you are actually interested in progressing with this girl, talk to her. Share your feelings with her. Be honest with her. It'll blow her off her feet. Trust me. And she already likes you, dude. You're set. You just need to decide, are you willing to open yourself up? Are you willing to be vulnerable? If you're not, then I think this is a time to just maybe come to terms as to why you're not, or to focus on other things. I essentially wouldn't get involved with her on an intimate level until you're actually ready to do so, because you don't want to make that commitment with her, and you don't want to commit to her if you're not actually ready to commit. So I think it's safer for you in the long run to ask yourself the question, am I ready to commit? Yes or no, and then go from there based on what that decision is. So I hope that that's a generally quick and somewhat meaningful response for you. I'm going to go to the next quick question real quick. So that was quick too many times. Hey Flex, love your videos. It would be awesome if you could respond to this email. It would mean a lot. Anyway, basically I just want to ask for your advice on college. My grades have not been good this first semester, and I have struggled in physics and especially math, which both have to do with my major, mechanical engineering. I have to admit I haven't been putting 100% effort into classes, in that I haven't done a ton of studying and I haven't gone to any tutoring. Flex, I am also not enjoying big lectures and hate some of my professors. Another thing, Flex, is girls, in all caps. After watching your college first week advice video, I did what you said. I went and sat next to 2 girls in 2 of my classes and introduced myself. Dude, you are the man. That is awesome. Way to be proactive, okay? So thumbs up on that sense. Anyways, back to the email. I never expected myself to do something like that, Flex, as I am normally a shy person around girls, but I have to say I am becoming more confident. But after getting to know them for a week or 2, I asked both to get something to eat after class and got responses like I have another class to go to and I don't have my ID card, which we used to pay for food on campus, and stupid me, I didn't tell the girl I'll pay for your food. I feel like one girl is into me, but she doesn't respond to texts and is joining a sorority, and that isn't my type of girl. So now I don't know what to do about both girls. I haven't had a girlfriend before, and I'm just not sure what to do about both girls. I basically just I want general advice on both topics. I have talked about thanks and sorry for the long email. No worries for the long email. It's better to have more details. Anyways, here is my response in regards. Number 1, to your college one. In my experience involving college, it took me about 2 years to get into a good flow, a good workflow, where I wasn't stressed, where I wasn't, and I was thankful enough to get good grades throughout my college years. But did those good grades come easily? No. And that's because I essentially feel like I did the same thing that you're doing. I was not putting 100% in. And by saying that, I don't want to discourage you to think I need to put 100% in order to do well, and that's going to be something that's going to suck. Because I assure you, putting 100% in does not suck. Putting 100% in the right way is awesome. Putting 100% in the wrong way sucks. So what I mean by that is, I've talked about this in some prior videos, there is a method for studying, for accomplishing schoolwork, for writing papers, all that stuff that works for you as a person, and it's different for every single person. And it's basically through experimenting and trying different methods of studying, trying different methods of doing your homework, trying different methods of scheduling, that you discover like what works for you. You'll do enough homework assignments, you'll write enough papers in college that you will essentially have many different times to try different things, and you're going to one day come up with something, and you're going to finish your homework, and you're going to stop yourself and go, man, that was actually not that hard, and I did really, really well. And then that's when you're going to discover what works for you. So essentially what I'm saying is, don't get discouraged. First of all, it is your first semester in college, man. You can never, it's just like getting hired at a new job. There's people that get hired and they get really discouraged because they're like, I don't know what to do. I feel like I'm not very useful. And you got to stop yourself and go, dude, this is your first, 6 months. We'll compare your first semester to your first 6 months in a new job. This is your first 6 months in this new job. You've never worked here before. You don't know what the atmosphere is like. And you're here to learn how this business works, and you're here to learn how to be productive and how to do your work well. It's a process. The people that hired you know that. They know that you're fresh into the game. They know that you have a learning curve. Everybody has a learning curve. That being said, your first semester is not something that I would judge heavily. Okay? Learn from it. Be proactive about it. And that's the best that you can do is learn and learn how you can develop a better understanding of how to do well. And again, your first semester is basically, it's here for you to learn. Don't put too much emphasis on it. There's a lot of people that, like I said, it took me 2 years before I was able to really find my solid method of studying that worked for me in school. So don't get discouraged. Find something that works for you. That is the key. And once you find what works for you, doing schoolwork it'll be so much easier, man, and it won't be so tedious, and you'll enjoy it. So I hope that you can take some of that and apply it to your schooling. My main thing that I can say is do not get discouraged. Stop yourself. You need to logically think about this. It's your first semester in college. Okay, it's a new atmosphere. Everything about it is new. Don't put so much emphasis on it. Make sure you learn from it. Make sure you grow from it, and you're doing what you should be in the beginning. You know, you already got 2 thumbs up right there, and go from there. You know, first semester. Anyways, before I get too repetitive, so I'm going to move into your female questions now. So essentially, you said, by the way, again, props and 2 thumbs up for putting yourself out there and talking to new girls and taking my advice on the first week of school, which for anybody that's still watching, I know this is a long video, essentially I said during your first week of school, nobody knows each other in your classes for the most part, especially in college when you have classes with 300 people in them. So you have a keen opportunity to be able to place yourself next to a girl that you might think is attractive and be the first person she knows in that class, and, you know, go from there and build a friendship or a relationship. You never know. Essentially, you can put yourself out there to meet new people, and this individual did, so I'm so proud of you for doing that. Now, you said you talked to 2 girls. You've gotten responsive to them both times where you've asked them to go out to eat, and they were partially interested, but their responses seemed a little disinterested. So one of the girls you don't think likes you, but the other girl you think might like you. You don't know what to do, right? So here is my first response. First of all, it's your first semester in college, right? You talked to 2 new girls, you met 2 new girls. Whether you have success with these 2 girls or not is totally, I mean, it's irrelevant. The relevant part is that you're building your social skills. You're learning how to talk to girls. You're learning how to develop your sense of confidence. You're learning how to socialize better with women. So whether or not you have successful quote-unquote dates or end games with these girls, which essentially what I mean by that is whether or not your interactions with them end up in an intimate way or not, you already have essentially, you already have the victory, because you put yourself out there, you talked to them, you did something you wouldn't have, and you grew from it, you learned from it. So look at these 2 girls in a totally respectful way as a chance to learn, as a chance to say, this is a good experience. Now that even though either one of these girls wasn't interested in me, we'll just go to the far extent of saying, hey, maybe they're not interested in you, but at least you learned how to talk to them, and you go, okay, that's great. Now I'm going to talk to another girl. And you keep going with that process. And I will tell you, man, denial, everybody gets denied. So even if both of these girls straight up deny you, do not take it the wrong way, learn from it. And that is going to build your ability to talk to women and meet new women. You're going to learn so much from it. So essentially, be friends with them, but don't put too much emphasis on getting hurt if they say no, because it's natural. That's part of how it goes. When meeting women, you'll get denied, who knows, 20 times before you get 3 or 4 girls that say, yes, I want to go on a date with you. And that's okay, dude. That's how it works sometimes. There's nothing wrong with that. So anyhow, the girl that you said you think she likes you, you think she's interested in you, here's what I would do. If you actually think that's the case, I would walk up to her. You plan something out before you talk to her. You go, okay, I'm going to have coffee. So tell her, I think it's important to have something that you're going to do either way. So I want you to commit to something that you're comfortable doing alone. Okay? I like to choose coffee because anybody can go out and have everybody can have some coffee. You like that intertwinement of words but anyways, anybody can have some coffee and sit there by themselves and just think or read. And that's pleasurable, right? That's enjoyable. So I want you to commit to something that you can enjoy on your own. I would choose coffee because it's me. I would say, okay, I'm going to have coffee, and choose a day, choose a time. Next time you see this girl, tell her, you know what? Start a conversation. At the end of your conversation, say, hey, Friday afternoon, I planned on going to Starbucks around 3:30. I really enjoy getting coffee there, and I really like just reading and relaxing. Would you like to join me? Coffee will be on me. It'd be a pleasure to talk to you. I don't know. It'd be really fun to have somebody to have some nice conversations with. We always have some great conversations. Are you into that? Are you down with that? See what she says, and then go from there. And once you can start going on casual hangouts / you can see if that's going to work into a date. So that's essentially what I would do. It's not too confronting. If she says no, you hold true to your plans. You already made a commitment, and you can go and have coffee on your own, and learn from that interaction and experience that you had with that girl in general. So holy hell, it is almost 16 minutes long. So this is probably one of the longest videos, if not the longest video I've ever done on my channel, and I hope that you guys will respect the amount of content I provided in terms of my response. I wasn't afraid to just talk as I normally would if the two gentlemen that wrote me these emails were actually here in front of me. I was trying to go a little fast, I guess, to not keep this video too long, but as you can tell, that didn't really work so much. So I hope you guys did enjoy this video of this episode of askxilentflex, and I hope you guys have a super awesome Wednesday. I will catch you guys soon. I hope both of you gentlemen were able to take two things from my responses and hopefully apply them to your lives in some sort of a positive way. And thank you again for sending me your emails. As always, guys, thank you all for spending the time you did on this video. I will catch you all later. Continue, everyone, to stay fly and stay fresh. Have an awesome Wednesday. Peace out, guys.